welcome everybody. We're going to have something a little bit different today, and I'm going to be doing a little bit of a commentary on a game that I lost in comparison to another game that we played against the top-ranked PvP players on Cybertron Sydney. So all of us here are in a clan, and we organised this match. So all 8 of us were on TeamSpeak. We're in different channels on TeamSpeak, but we're still in TeamSpeak. So we've got Alliance, the King Fighter, Max Swagger, and Rifle the Stars. And I was using my level 5 account as Hotwire, and Stole Your Kills, Xenotronus, and Heinz. So I just want to show you the difference it makes, the difference teamwork makes in comparison to level, because I was using a level 5 Hotwire here, and in this match I was using my main account, which is level 36, and I was Hotwire as well. And you'll see the difference where if the team doesn't stick together and they don't have good teamwork or communication, level doesn't make that much of a difference. In this match here, I actually came Eliminator first class. So it's just showing that if you guys have the right teamwork, level doesn't make much of a difference. Go ahead and start both videos. And I just want you guys to just have a look at every now and then at this video here, how often we stick together and how often that you'll see that we're not split up in the minimap, that we're all just clustered in one big ball. Lockdowntron's doing a 3v1 with the Autobots, and we're doing a 3v1 here. Lockdowntron's just joined us again. And I'm doing my best to keep him up, because all the Autobots right now are focusing him down. You'll see that none of us are taking damage apart from Lockdowntron. So I'm doing my best to keep him up. And he's actually going to drop as my healing buff runs out.
Alright, I'm back.
And that's my friend on voice comms.
Today?
Yeah, I was gonna jump on TeamSpeak with the guys just to say hello, but I was already in a voice comms with my friends, so it would have been really confusing because I have the same push to talk. So their TeamSpeak was probably saying focus down Meagretron because he's low, so you can see that I was pretty much the only person taking damage then. So once I'm out of the picture, then they can focus on everyone else. So you see how the team's like really far apart. 3 of us here, 1 guy off in the distance over there. I had a choice here of either popping some healers on Krystalizer and then saving Blacking. But with the caliber on the Autobot team, Blacking was already dead. Blacking was dead by the time I even started walking out here. Rewind that a bit more. At this stage here, Blacking is over there with that much health. By the time I actually walk to him, he's probably already dead. Krystalizer's my next target that I do have range to heal. So that was the choice that I made. Blacking already died there, so by the time I would have actually walked over to him, he would have been dead. The Lockdowntron now, I noticed that Lockdowntron's taking quite a bit of damage. And I've got Krystalizer topped up enough. And this is what would have happened if I tried to save Blacking. I would have got down here, stabbed him once, and he would have died. By that stage, Krystalizer would have taken damage and she probably would have died as well. But the mistake I made there was I actually went down, instead of healing Krystalizer and letting Lockdowntron die, I left Krystalizer, tried to save him, and now I've been split off from Krystalizer, the only other person that's alive right now. And she makes the mistake of actually branching off that way, away from me. now that this is going to turn into a 2v1. The rest of the guys are back in spawn. I'm trying to prolong my death to keep these two guys here. See at the bottom here, you see all of us, like one big huge ball. In the distance here we've got a Catapult, which is actually off map, taking free shots at everyone. So she's left unchecked, and you never want to have that happen. You want to have one of your assassins, like Diablo or something, chase down Catapult. Never want to have Catapult free hit you, because you'll see in a sec how much devastation she can cause. At the moment, they're focusing down. What they're focusing down on?
Are you doing
Blacking.
Meta?
Yeah. The Blacking's taking all the damage. Blacking is actually behind us. You can see that right now. Right here, Lockdowntron was still at health. Catapult's over here, unchecked. And watch what happens to Lockdowntron's health. Bam, bam, bam. Blacking was all the way over there. There's nothing I could do for him. The main fight was here. So when this happens, and your team is just filtering in one by one, doing 1v4s like that, you're gonna get score lines like this, 10-0. I'm the only one alive for the Decepticons right now. I'm just juking them, going around. I know I've got decent survivability right now. All I want to do is cause a distraction, enough for my team to 3v2 because I've got two people over here. Okay, so I'm just going to pause there for now. That's on the table, on the score table right now. I've done 3.8k damage, and I've done 4,500 healing. Krystalizer's done 7,000 damage. Blacking's done... Lockdowntron's done 3.2. Now he started off as dead heat, alright, and I've done more damage than him. The Autobot team, we've got one shot, one steal on 6,500 damage and 2,500 healing. Max Swag has done 10,000 damage. Veritis has done 3,000 damage and 4,000 healing. So in terms of like their main healer and me, we're about on par. We're performing about the same. And Alliance here, the last person has done 7,000. So I think Alliance was the one that's happening right now. Done 7,000 damage. So pretty much all of his damage has been unchecked. What's that there again? So right now, this is a conduit, okay? Conduit has no business doing a 1v4. Got a DPS character over here, Krystalizer over here, I'm over here, Conduit's over there. Conduit by himself does absolutely nothing, and you'll see how quickly he goes down.
I think I'm passing you for a different one.
one that they were focusing on. You'll see, you'll see. They changed focus on me. No, none of my other team are taking damage. Blacking's not taking damage. Blacking's over here. And Krystalizer's left alone. My health bar. So all the Autobots are focused me right now. Krystalizer's fine. Krystalizer's just taking damage now. They've split me off. They're still focusing me.
Up on the back streets of Cybertron.
Duststorm at that distance is not going to be doing much damage. You don't do much damage just with your sniper rifle. So that's not a threat. You can ignore a Duststorm at that distance. That's not a threat. Lockdowntron's low health here. I'm using him as bait. They're going to ignore him. They're not worried about him. They know he's not doing any sort of damage. So they're not bothered. See, he will actually stay at that hit point for quite some time. And the main fight that I want to be getting to is here. The Lockdowntron still not getting any hits on. And the Autobots have focused me now. I just want to that there again. How far away? Meters. All split up. Compared to this right here, this cluster here. Together, it's just one big mess compared to the game. They're still focusing me. Lockdowntron's not getting hit, so I don't have to heal him. But right here, they've done exactly what they want to do. They've split me off from the rest of the group. I'm forced to retreat. And so now they can change their focus on some of the other guys on my team.
I can't get into your game.
You can see how filtering in one by one doesn't really work. And being split off like this from the rest of your team is never a good thing in elimination. Hopefully you guys learn something from this. So what have you learned? You learn to together have a right team composition, communicate. Yeah, just try to work as a team. That's all. That's the biggest advice that I could give is communication. Your DPS is split off, and you're all trying to hit one target, different targets at each time. It's not going to be that effective. I'll just leave it there. Thanks for watching.